one had the potential, the first map on Overpass, had the potential to be way closer. Eternal Fire could have probably made that almost into overtime. Yeah.
Yeah, so, that would have been great.
We'll see. Now is a good chance for it. It's going to be big starting on the T side, Eternal Fire on the CT side. And Santerra's already off with a headshot to take down Keto. They're going to try and see if they can rush that B bomb side. But Emor is here, and they're getting locked down. Grenades thrown on top. And Crimbo, I don't know how he got that kill, but he did.
Well, they needed it. They need to find Calyx as well. Oh my lord, that's fast. Also, and Tizian adds in another. This is going very poorly for Eternal Fire all of a sudden, but Santerra's there to shut them down if he can catch him. Crimbo has to chuck the bomb up. He's got no HP for this run, so he's just gonna hold the line, sending his teammate forward and saying he'll do his best to keep them occupied, and he's certainly gonna go down. It's just a matter of time. Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, fair enough then. Crimbo coming up with a triple, and Big somehow able to win the round, despite of a dreadful start, no doubt about it. They got stopped cold in that B bomb site, and they still managed to find a way out.
Oh, I cannot believe he gets both those kills at the end. You know, I opened up Twitch chat to start this map, which I normally don't do, and the first thing I read is that someone said hamburgers are Turkish. And
okay. All right.
And then I closed the chat.
All right, you weren't even ready to fight it. You was like, all right.
No, it's like I'm out.
A lot of reasons I could think of why maybe hamburgers wouldn't be Turkish. I'm not gonna lie, but fair. But you know, but otherwise it's a good troll. I appreciate it. Good effort put in there. You got, at the very least, you won against Jason. So.
Yeah, you got me for sure. I don't even want anything to do with that. This is why I just can't drop down into the mob mentality. It's too much.
A little bit. Well,
2-0.
It's an acquired taste, Twitch chat. You learn to love it eventually. That's all I'm saying.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Takes a couple of years.
And a little bit of insanity, a little bit of just broken brain cells.
Exactly.
So upgraded pistols, no crazy real investment. Under the cover of HE grenades, it's going to be a B rush. Keto's got that with a nice flashbang as well. So into the bomb site we go. Man advantage and low HP on Emor as well. And Searson's in middle with the scout, just gathering information and holding off anyone who's pushing towards his position.
Searson would be the kind of player to basically hang around in T-spawn the entire game no matter what, right? That does make a lot of sense to me. Scout being ditched in favor of the Glock, and it's not exactly an excellent fight that's going on here. No one's really hitting a shot, and Calic's going to come out on top. All right, fair enough. He did
just the scout that's gone down, and maybe some of Searson's pride along with it. 3-0, big on this T side. Rifle's going to come out, and same for Eternal Fire's defense. There's the op on Woxic that we want to see. Plenty of utility as well for Eternal Fire's defense.
Not bad. Not bad at all. And Woxic on that AWP. Yeah, that'll be hopefully one of the tools they can bring to bear on this match. Third round already done. Searson's running down the middle, just ignoring everything, not even thinking about it, just runs straight in to get the scope. That seems like it's bold at the very least. They could go for a really quick out mid here. I'm not even sure they're going to be ready for it, even though they have a couple of people already in position, but are they going to get the kills? Yeah, Emor is there, and that's a nice opening. That is very, very fast for Big to try and do this kind of thing with. They're eventually going to get shut down, and now the bomb is dropped in the middle. Xcloud able to pick it up, but Searson is still here, and with the smoke behind him, he can take the fight, and he's going to win it. Keto, execution kill there to take down Calyx, and somehow this is working out for Big. What an incredibly bold round.
Somehow Searson ran all the way to the B bomb site, running past the bomb without picking it up, and he had to go back and get it. Woxic left alone, 1v3, and he's going to come through the smoke around the edge. He's got one. Is he really going to go for this? He knows one's on catwalk. He's got no kit at the moment.
Why not? He's just probably so confused about where to even go. There's no place to hide. Where do you even go to hide at this point in time? Keto's going to find him. And that's a very aggressive and probably a very hard round for Eternal Fire to lose. That's not something you've probably practiced too much for.
Well, yeah, and you also don't expect a round like this probably to come out in the first gun round, right in the 4th round. But I mean, if you look at what Big has done, remember they tried like that B rush and the pistol. There was another B rush in the second round. This time they're fast out mid. So Big's coming in with a very aggressive, very fast-paced game plan to start Dust 2. We'll see if Eternal Fire can put a stop to it. Smoke down in the B tunnels. Double nade as well for the CT side, but not coordinated. Just one here at the B bomb site. The other one is over towards A, and an easy pick underneath the gap of the smoke.
Yeah, nice job. Able to pick it up. And again, this is just against pistols, but you want to see Big win rounds like these without too much trouble. That one through the smoke, Searson will take down Emor, and they've already won this round. Like, they've got Tizian out hunting, so maybe a chance for Eternal Fire to find an AK if they're getting really lucky here, but a lot of control on the side of Big early on in this game.
Looking good. Looking real good.
Chance for a headshot. Oh, he's going to pick it up. Yeah, not bad.
That's an AK-47 he could recover. That's actually pretty huge, although looks like someone's going to come try and put a stop to it. That's Tabson. Yeah, and prevents that AK from being salvaged. Good play from Tabson. Might just seem like a small detail, but anything you can deny over is fantastic. Xantares with that deagle goes down next. Good shooting from Keto. It's 5-0 real quick.
Yeah, you'd like to see it. Second chance right now for Eternal Fire. Let's see. I don't know if they want to upgrade into the double AWP, but it seems to be a common thing these days. Whether you actually have two sort of AWPers or not. A lot of teams are just doing it right now anyway. Yeah, not bad for Calyx, but that's about all we could really say from that round. Big catching fire right off the bat, winning 5 in a row. And yeah, there's that double AWP setup.
Ooh, early switch into the double AWP. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah, at least you get to flex that you have a little bit of cash behind you, even if it is because of the round loss bonus. You know, you can show off a little bit of their money. Why not? All right. Spawn, not really. I don't know if they want to run long on this one. 10 seconds on the countdown here, but we need Eternal Fire to step up and pretty quickly here. I mean, look at the cash that's on the side of Big. They're actually filthy rich.
Yeah, that's quite nice. I mean, this was one of the big things they had on Overpass as well, just economic control in the second half also. So last thing you want to hear Eternal Fire start feeling so confident with money constantly swelling their coffers. Is he challenging? Okay, he's behind the double doors. I thought he might be walking through that mid smoke.
I mean, they almost did it in one of these rounds where it was Searson with the AWP, so they do seem like they want to play pretty aggressive on the side of Big, although this is way more of a standard type setup for the round. So just controlling upper, dark, long, and middle all at the same time, waiting for Eternal Fire to maybe hold the trigger on something. This is a good setup, though. I think maybe they can't stay here forever, but it's really annoying if you peek on the T side, you walk into the AWP, and if there's a secondary swing, you got that M4 up close. So yeah, it's a nice little idea.
Yeah, but there's no reason for Crimbo to be peeking into it. That's the only problem. You're never going to activate that setup. Ooh, timing is everything. There's the flashbang out. Oh, and yep, there's a pre-fire shot from xCloud, and he backs away.
Good defense for Crimbo up there. Ooh, dangerous jump, but no one was really looking. I don't know. Yeah, they seem scared on that A long corner right now. I don't think they're quite sure what's happening. This could be set up for just another B split, the way that it's working. And if that's what's happening for Big, it's a really good read on their side for what the defense is looking like.
Yeah, they're doing everything. They're going to attack Catwalk with some presence there, and then they're going to go out mid, and Emor can't hit the shot. And now what do you do if you're xCloud? All you can do is push up into upper dark, but you didn't make that decision quick enough. Round's over. Tabson's and CT spawn to cut off rotations, and no access to the other side of the map, so a 6th round for Big.
Yeah, it is so well done. That is actually a textbook round coming out from Big. They manipulated the defense just fine, and they had a perfect read of what was going on. Woxic able to get the flick on Crimbo, but it's too late to actually win the round, even if it's a 3-on-3 right here. So, yeah, you have to love it.
I think you identified it as well. I mean, there's some good shooting from Xantares that are just low impact kills right at the end, but I think you could see the panic. Some of those like counter Molotovs and counter nades and counter flashbangs had no effect whatsoever to what Big was trying to do. Just very, very nervous and uncomfortable.
A tough break to start the whole thing with. 6 rounds in a row for the side of Big. Once you get that player away from CT spawn on top of everything else, because they were worried about the catwalk, it's just, yeah, it's down to that P defense to hit, you know, amazing headshots. And if they don't do that, like you see right here, Tizzy, and that opening in itself is probably enough to win the round right there. X-Cloud, you're right. He wanted the exit, but he just couldn't.
That's filthy too. Like you could even imagine, like all the comms are that it's going to be an A hit, that it's a catwalk hit, and Ian Moore is just kind of, you know, not like caught snoozing, but like he's not expecting that play out mid whatsoever. So good shooting, good tactics from Big. Into the pit, we get Tizzy in, but Xantair shuts that down. Calyx was having some trouble with it, but again towards middle, the opening kill.
Oh, nice find here for Emo. They need that right now more than anything. Giving up the up. Oh, wait. They don't need that, though. That's crazy.
That's
Tabs
a second.
Waiting on the...
That's the second time Calyx has tried to make that push, and the second time he's gotten caught.
Yeah. But this time was even more crazy. He was right through the smoke, just running through, even making a lot of noise doing it. Searson's going to be catching Xantaris, and if they had a chance to get back in this round, Eternal Fire, it's slipping away very quickly.
This is where some of those mid-round decisions seem like really uncomfortable, like a crazy push through a long smoke. Xantair's dropping down off elevator. I don't know. He might have thought they were committing to a mid to B split, but I feel like he should have known one was been CT spawn at least. Gives away the sound cue, and no real coordination after the initial plays from the Eternal Fire defense, and they just get picked apart. Big looking good.
They are looking good. And some of those mistakes, I mean, this is one of your reasons why earlier you said maybe this could be a 2-0. These are some of the mistakes that we can't really afford on the side of Eternal Fire. It's just a little bit too much.
Exactly.
It's going to be 7-0 in favor of the big side. So they're loving their life right now. This is impressive. Just not being challenged that much. Keto off to a pretty decent start. Citizens up there as well, but on the whole, they're all playing well. Well,
yeah, I don't really know what you do now if you're Eternal Fire. Like you're getting picked apart in mid, you've gotten bullied at the B-bomb site, catwalk's been exposed, long pushes haven't worked, double up setup hasn't worked. You've gone through a lot of things already in the first like 6-7 rounds of this game that just have not panned out in any way.
I mean, I feel like in that last round, if once Emo gets that kill down the middle, if they just all chill up for a minute, even if they're down a man in that moment, it's like, well, you control a huge part of the map, so just wait and see. It's like they kept pushing way beyond that. So try and maybe just get that 4-on-5 or the 4-on-3 or something like that. Just get a one-man advantage and try to chill out for a minute and see if Big aren't going to be making any mistakes. They've lost X-Cloud early on here, having a bit of a rough game himself to start this map with. And they're out long.
Look at the defense as well. They're out long, and Big is pressuring catwalk. Oh, if Calyx goes down here, he's got to bail out. That's not a fight you can take. If he goes down, they're in trouble. Flashbang right around the corner. Another Molotov, but they have nowhere to go. Important win, but Woxic has nothing to do, and the defense eventually will crumble. Xantair's the last one left down on the ramp at the low ground, and nobody needs to challenge him.
Yeah, they really don't have to, right? Just leave him alone. It's not worth it. Season's going to be catching him more, and he'll catch the kill on Xantaris as well. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Okay.
What can you even do at that point in time? Tough break to start with. I wasn't expecting this. I actually thought, if anything, I was expecting this map to be way more competitive maybe than Overpass is, but that is clearly not what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, it really isn't. Big is running away. They look like they have no issues. They are working Eternal Fire across this map in every way they could possibly want. Second timeout used by Eternal Fire's defense to talk things over. But it's not going well.
No, it's really not. What a talk it's going to have to be.
If they lose this, I think we have to give the ownership of the baklava to Greece.
To Germany. Why not?
For the rights to baklava, this series, everything rests on it.
That's a lot on the line. That would be a real championship right there. For bragging rights to the, and then we have to serve them, and people have to. I like this idea. I like it. We should be doing that.
And it's not like, and the Germans really have no cuisine to speak of. That's any good. This would be the first thing that they could really. Really be proud about.
You're putting yourself in a lot of trouble, right? I'm just saying.
I know.
If you ever
I don't
have a
know
mess
why.
with
I don't know why I'm digging this grave, but I am.
Yeah, I'm saying why. You have a mess of the real German Wurst sausage, and they take a lot of pride in that. You gotta be careful, man. Oh, not baited out. It's a nice idea. You jump for your teammate, and he sneaks in with the AWV. Down the middle, though, it's working out. Santeras and Emo with a couple of kills. Yeah, you like to see that. 4 versus 3, and this is where you want to see Eternal Fire make some smart moves. They need to get back into this game, and this is probably the best round for it right here.
Yeah, that's actually a cool setup from Eternal Fire. Out of that timeout, they have like a little trap set up. As soon as contact is made in mid, the SMG just swings wide for the follow-up fight. So here's the man advantage for Eternal Fire that we wanted to see, but good flashbang work means Calyx gets blinded. Santerra's still alive with that promise, but he better be precise. Him and xCloud each win their fight, and Searson the last one left.
Yep. Oh, he spins around. He's ready, but he misses the shot. Run down by the MP9. The Molotov actually somehow did work to burn Santeras. That's wild, but first round on the board for Eternal Fire. It's something to work with. Hold on.
Yep.
The Germans have the Wiener Schnitzel as well, right? You're really going to be in trouble. I'm just telling you.
They do have a Wiener Schnitzel, yes. I think the problem with in Germany's defense, I really haven't tested the cuisine of really any place outside of Cologne, and they have that currywurst there. It was like the big thing, and I didn't enjoy that. Just give me the sausage with some mustard, you know?
Okay, something simple. All right, we'll have to make up for it. I feel like we're gonna have to find some real local Germans when we get there, and get a sense of it. I feel like we got to remedy this situation somehow.
Ooh, seriously, did he spot the barrel? I think he did. Ooh. He's gonna peek out a little bit wider, and now gonna press the issue into the B bomb site. Emor, however, yeah, he's taking over lower and upper dark, and he can wrap around that bomb site if he chooses to. Searson will never expect it.
Yeah, and he's calling in the rest of the troops. So this could get really awkward. Emo could find this kill, and then the rest of them running through T-spawn right now as we speak are gonna have to make up their minds. But if Emo waits,
why is he not going?
I don't know. They feel like they got him boxed in. Maybe this is going to work out anyway. Yep, Emo's ready for it. And it's a good double kill to set it up. I guess he was maybe expecting that there would be a rotation. It still seems very risky. And the round is not done yet. Crimbo comes in with a headshot. Barely saving big in this one. Maybe there is a chance still. Oh, Searson. I thought he was going to swing for it out there. Woxic, he's outside. Santeras making a lot of noise. Oh, underhand the nade. Not going to catch him, though. Not enough damage on that one. And Woxic goes down outside. And now the Molotovs are everywhere. And they're going to go for the bomb line right away. Oh, this is a shocking round right here. Santeras, he's the only one that could save this. And we know he's got the skill for it. But he has to find that first kill. They're going to double peek him surely. And Searson he doesn't even need the double peek. It's going to be a triple for him instead. And Big, they will steal that round right back.
Searson's been incredible on this map. 15-2 at the moment. You brought up the whole Searson versus Woxic debate on Overpass. Well, here on Dust 2, I think that debate is getting solved because he's been huge. He's got a pick down middle earlier on. This actually, fair play. I mean, that is a little risky, I guess, not just going in and flanking that B bomb site early on, but he gets a double kill out of it. Just not enough after that for Eternal Fire to really recover the round. Searson with the op still has just such a long angle to cut off any kind of rotations. Anyone else trying to get involved in the bomb site B defense.
Damn. Well, it was good for a minute, and then immediately into more misery on the side of Eternal Fire. Big though, boot camping it up, having a good time. At least most of them are.
It's actually it's like a really good looking boot camp facility.
Yeah, I think they've been building that for a long time. It's
our boy Phil is over there.
Yeah, they're all ready, making the content, building it up day by day. It's nice. It's good to see that project. Somebody has to keep German Counter-Strike going for a bit here. Hopefully get some of those academy teams up and running and producing some more talent. That'd be really cool. It's a lot of history in German Counter-Strike. Just haven't seen too much of it in CSGO yet.
A lot of the big names in early Counter-Strike were, look, Blizzard. Blizzard is still, he's actually at the big organization, isn't he?
I think he might be, yeah.
I think he's actually like the founder or the CEO or something. I don't know. But good on him.
Gonna keep it alive. Calyx goes down out there. I went, this is one of So highlights of my
Oh, yes.
Counter-Strike.
You gotta tell the whole story, Anders. You gotta tell it all.
Yeah. I went for a club soda with Johnny R once.
Yeah.
Which is a name probably lost to time at this point, but for me it's a big deal because Johnny R was.
He was like one of the first great oppers of like the original days of Counter-Strike. Yep, back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, one of those like real fan, like childhood fan moments when, even though he's probably my age too, but still, it all counts, you know. Oh man, Woxic in a 1 versus 5 with a scout. Big are not even, they're not taking any hostages in this one. Remember, they're really slaughtering Eternal Fire right now. There's no getting around it.
No, there's no way to dress this one up. This is a smackdown of epic proportions at the moment. 10-1, 9-round lead, powered by Searson at 16-2 now.
You realize, because of your earlier comments, we've now got German copy pastors filling up the chat. You know,
about what?
Rebellion.
Okay.
So,
what are they saying? What are they saying?
Well, some guy just said, I expect a public written apology by Moses to all Germans. So
that's fine.
you may have to step it up at one point here.
Look, and I'm just saying, if anyone in Germany wants to shoot me some food recommendations, I would love to go find some delicious German food. Take me there.
We can set it up. I have no doubt. We can.
And then I'll do the. Oh, he gets another pick down middle. That's Emor to go down. And that's one of the most impactful plays that Eternal Fire has had in this game. Is Emor pushing lower dark, clearing out upper dark. I think he's had it successfully like 2 or 3 times out of like 3 or 4 times that he's tried to pull it off. But really, it's been like one of the points where they've been able to find some kills, or they've been able to find some information, and just at least this round, it's denied. Nice
nerdy smoke setup there to land on the hinge down by the door. But yeah, the opening kills here are it's devastating for Eternal Fire. I mean, they're having a hard time winning even the rounds where they have for a minute a man advantage, but when every round starts like this, it's a lot to deal with. 10-1 in favor of B. They're relentless right now. Setting up for what looks like an A crunch at the moment.
Posturing for it. I mean, they've had so much success in mid and so much success in catwalk. This looks like they're going to attack towards long. Could maybe feel like a little bit of a different hit, but there's no way for Calyx. And I mean, Calyx is at long. Woxic is back in Goose, and this is just the worst timing for him to be falling away. He's going to be caught in no man's land.
Yeah, there's no winning this one, Calyx. You basically have to win 3 or 4 fights in a row, back to back to back, and not even going to be possible. Setting up a bit of a flash, but it is too late. Hito already in the middle of that swing, and they're going to catch Shantaris, who admittedly he did realize what was going on. He's like, I have to back on out, but it wasn't in time. X-Flout down the middle. They don't have to fight him, but they're going to do it anyway. Well, the bomb was there, I guess. Maybe they did have to fight him. Wow.
Yeah, they had to go get it, so that was actually pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous, but Big come out on top again.
Wow, more disaster on the side of Eternal Fire. 11-1. We've not even got started really in this game, and we're just already halfway through. This is devastating. And they're back on what? Pistols, scout on Emor, and that's it. Wow, they're. We talked about the win percentage going into it on Dust 2, which wasn't looking too hot for Eternal Fire, but this is more devastating than I was expecting.
Yeah. Me as well. I expected at least some kind of a closer affair, but I mean, Big just showing they are clinical on this map.
Nice shot.
The problem now too is like there's just so much confidence in as a team and as individual players. Like this is at the point where it's just spiraled so far out of control that big players probably feel like they can do pretty much anything they want across the map.
Yeah, they're starting to get that insane level of confidence. You're right. You can tell. More down the middle, hunting over the scout. He's doing some good damage, but still hard to win. No scoping, Searson. All right. That's some style points for that. We appreciate it. Round is not going to be won, though. He's going to be found, actually, a wall bang down by Tabson at the end, and we're staring down the barrel of a 12-1 lead in favor of Big. This is getting ridiculous. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah, this is a little shocking. I'm sure Eternal Fire wasn't expecting this at all either. They're just getting body bagged at the moment.
Well and truly.
Well, what more is there to say?
I don't know. We're going to need Eternal Fire to bring us something here. I mean, I'd like to do back into that double up setup, which they tried earlier, and it didn't really work out. So hard to get excited. Searson is 18-3, and Keto is 18-6. So
yeah, that's
they have a
pretty
couple
disgusting.
of players that, yeah, they're not even getting slowed down a little bit right now. They're not feeling any pressure. So
Yeah,
Keto out hunt. Damn.
You have like the op performing really well, and you have Keto, who's been like really aggressive, like bold rifler up catwalk. Ooh, Crimbo. Short Molotov, gonna force back the players. He hears the footsteps as well, so negating the early pressure in Upper Dark.
Good read for him to not get picked off.
Ooh, they're gonna
Don't wanna
boost
be
up. This is a cool boost to look over that smoke. But with only one player in Upper Dark, nobody's going to really challenge it. Nobody's going to try and close the gap behind the smoke to set up for a B hit.
I actually love that idea. I think that could definitely work. Very common that people walk around those smokes on the other side, so I'm going to want to see that revisited down the road. But they're all grouping up, and it looks like it actually will be some sort of a catwalk execute. I don't really necessarily see them going, well, maybe they will change it to middle, but they could go all in on this, and now they're starting to draw back. All right, I take it all back. Setting up the double smoke in middle, trying to see if they can create a lot of space in there. Only 27 seconds, so kind of running out of time. Looks like Tizian might be going... Oh, wait, they're bringing the bomb back as well. This is actually hard to read. They are middle at the same time here, and Emor and Santeria's getting a couple of kills. Not bad at all right now. 15 seconds on the board, right? And the defense is looking hot right now for Eternal Fire. Maybe they could get that second round, although Keto coming in with a spray. He needed to get more than that. And I don't think this is going to happen for Searson. 1 versus 3 is going to be found. They probably were expecting more of a fight early on in middle than they got, and it got dragged out a little bit too much at the end.
Yeah, I was looking at it like another 5-on-3 that I was just hoping and praying Eternal Fire wouldn't let that slip away. Second round on the board, not really a whole lot to get excited about, but it's at least, I mean, I guess it's just nice to have it for the moment. We'll see if they can get to 3. I mean, we touched on this like early as well when it was like 5-0 or 6-0, like how rich the big players were, how much money they had built up, and like they've never had to worry about their economy like a single time throughout this half. It's just been full buy after full buy, no reprieve for Eternal Fire.
Yeah, it's crazy. 15th round coming up. Best they could do is get a third one on the board. That's not gonna, no one's gonna celebrate that. No one's gonna be like, yeah, okay, this is the start of something big. Instead, they're going to be in some trouble. Grouping up in the upper dark part of the map with Keto running around down the middle with an AK-47 to try and create a little bit of space, maybe draw people away from the B-bomb site where it looks like they're going to end up trying to hit that pretty hard. We'll see. Crimbo. All right. That's not what they were looking for, that flashbang, I think. Maybe just a joke, friendly joke from a teammate.
Yeah, just a joke, bro.
Yeah. keep him going, keep him awake right now. They're not feeling the pressure.
Look at how much attention Eternal Fire has put in towards middle. Even the B player, the B defender looking through double doors. They've got X-Floud is up close in middle at the corner. So when this B hit comes in, it's really only going to be Emor who's able to defend with an op, and he's looking in the wrong direction. He's going to be out into the open. If Big pulled the trigger on this upper dark hit into B bomb site, I don't know if I can see a way that Eternal Fire actually is able to hold on to the bomb site.
Yeah, and I'm shocked that they didn't. I mean, they had even the grenades and the flashbangs. I think if they would have gone, I'm pretty sure Emor would have been flashed. But this turnaround could still work. Yeah, they're running out of time, and they've been hurt. I'm pretty sure out on long. Calyx already heard them running. Woxic missing a shot. This is dangerous. That Molotov, it's a little bit too deep. He's going to get one kill, but the bomb is being planted on the other side, and it will be planted even with a couple of kills there. Searson trying to see if he can fight his way back. 1 versus 3, and this is a real stretch. Oh, Calyx. Nice shot jumping up on top there, and they're going to get that third round in. I guess it's better late than never, all that good stuff. But man, it is that's a tough first half, no matter how you twist it for Eternal Fire.
Yeah, it really was. Even with what feels like a fluffed call right at the end of the half for Big to just readjust with what 20 seconds left on the clock. I'm not sure what they saw or what they felt that made them think. I'm assuming it's because Xanter's Maybe an A defender they caught in CT spawn. They would have said there's still 2 players here, but man, that's a very tough run to make to the A bomb site with that little time on the clock. 12-3, pissed around of the second half going live right now. Right? Meow.
Classic reference. Ridiculous. Well, we'll see. P250 picked up. Keto already spotting out one. He's on his own out here. They're really expecting a long fight, so huge risk, and they're starting to make their way back right now, but it's already too late. I would have expected if you set up that kind of a long presence, you're going to want to keep it moving almost immediately, but they did wait just a minute before they started the run here, so could be a good start here for Eternal Fire.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't retaking this if you're big. There's no way.
Not even a little bit, right?
Crimbo is still just in T-spawn right now. Like, this is impossible. Searson better get the double kill, but he's not going to look right. He's looking left at the moment. So, ooh, yeah, he's going to go down. Woxic, they still don't know his position. Access to the B bomb site denied for Big's retake, and a 4th round for Eternal Fire. This is now 3 rounds straight going back to the first half that they're going to win in a row.
It's something to work with, but
I just really want to, when we get a positive about Eternal Fire, we haven't had a whole lot in this map, so it's like, let's just hit it.
yeah, get anything going. Yeah, you're right. We need it. Now's our chance. All right. I mean, in terms of pistol rounds for B, it is a risk, and I don't know. That's just how it is sometimes in some of those pistols. I don't mind the idea of stacking out a lot of players over on long or anything like that. I just once you do that, you almost have to say, well, if no one's going to show up for like an immediate rush, then we should cancel it, which I think they did maybe 5 seconds late, but whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, who cares? It's P250 on Crimbo, and that's it. No Deagles even picked up here on the side of Big. They're not feeling that adventurous. Playing it by the numbers still. And I mean, they're only 4 rounds away from winning the series, so maybe they don't need to take any risks on the Deagles.
They've got your flashbangs.
Hell yes.
And now they got the utility usage out towards long, so they know a long take is coming in, so that means Crimbo with those flashes is just frothing.
Yeah, he's ready.
Salivating at the prospect.
Yeah, you gotta, not too much. Don't want to be slipping in that stuff when they're rushing out long, you know, but they have the setup for it. The problem is this sneak in on the catwalk could ruin everything. Santaris with that 1 kill pulls a lot of the focus away. Here comes the flashes running right through, but they're still getting the kills. Woxic shutting it all down, especially that first one to take down Keto is a big deal because that slows down the push. So I like the attempt from Big. It's a nice little idea, but it doesn't work out in the end. And they're going to be 12-5. And they're buying into this round, so could put some pressure on here early on.
Hell yeah. Let's see if they can get right into it. There's that boot camp facility for Big Clan. Looking clean, looking nice. 7-round lead. Searson, God in the first half. Op is out early in the second half. And he's looking for a fight. Taps and blinded, forced back, forced away. There goes Tizian through the smoke as well. Eternal Fire with the big lead in round 18.
That's a classic setup out on long right there, where you've got one guy trying to head over towards the pit or hog that left-hand side, and then inside or around the smoke that the T's throw to play around it. I feel like that's getting pre-fired a lot these days, where people are just trying to shoot around it almost right at the beginning. So nicely done from Eternal Fire, reading the defense really well. And the rest of Big, they're just hiding their money in T-spawn practically.
Yeah, well, I mean, the nice thing is they made that call so quick that there's no way they're going to get caught in any sense, right? Like they just had that immediately as those 2 kills come out. The third player rotated over to B, and they just bailed out. So going to find some safety over in T-spawn, and I don't think the money is quite there yet for Eternal Fire to really go for any kind of crazy hunt. Although they do have a MAC-10, they do have a Galil they could choose to sacrifice, but I think X-Cloud's just going to upgrade to an M4.
Yeah, I mean, no point in trying to do too much here if you're on the side of Big. Just keep it cool. But I'll do some signs of life from Eternal Fire. The road back is a real long way away. But at least they actually, yeah, they're actually playing with a little bit of strength behind them in some of these rounds, which is nice to see. They've been playing some timid Counter-Strike up until this point, it feels like. So seeing them rush out long like that to take the fight straight up is, I don't know, it's something. It makes you put a little smile on your face, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part.
See, look at this Centaurus. Yeah, that's such a good read.
Yeah, well, you know the follow-up's going to come in. Yeah, you're right. We have, it's been going on for some time that we've been seeing teams just start spamming that smoke just regardless, just to try and keep people pinned down, and some covering fire to allow the rest of the take to come in. 3 straight in this second half, including 2 straight to end the first half. Eternal Fire's on a 5-round streak.
Let's see if they can do it again. They're heading out long, trying to set something up. Ooh, but the smoke goes down. Is that going to block them? No, they're just going to flash their way through. Tizian ready, hearing a lot of steps coming in. He's got some backup out here, though. He's got basically 3 people there. See if they can find the right angle for it. Is he going to get flashed through? He comes charging in. It's a good kill, and nearly had the double dink on Emo to take him down. But they're still going to be traded unevenly. Woxic, Searson, he wanted to make the escape from out on that tower on long, but he got stopped in the middle of it. Now, they've checked up upper dark, but this is still a pretty decent man advantage right now for Eternal Fire.
Oh, dear. Big rotating around towards Catwalk. No op in play, just the M4s. A bit of utility as well to try and delay things as long as possible. Tapson's going to hold on to the Molotov a little bit longer.
They actually have a double HE still on the side of Big, so in theory...
Into the bomb site as well. You know they have to plant safe.
Yeah, you could try and go for it. They're maybe a little bit early, because there's still 40 seconds, so they tried for one of the HEs. Second one might be coming in, but Eternal Fire have to be not enjoying this kind of a slowdown in the game before the bomb is even planted. Woxic getting picked off. It's getting a little bit worse. Here comes another nade on top. It does some good damage to Emo, but now they're out in the open trying to fight, and they're winning every single fight. Keto and Tamsin with a couple of kills here, and Calyx down in the pit, low on health. Headshot not even needed, but Crimbo styling on him, and that is a 13th round on the side of Big. That's a great retake.
That's a picture perfect. I mean, I think the real success of that retake actually comes before the retake ever even got started. It's perfect utility usage from Big. The double Molotovs inside the site to delay that plant as long as possible. Smoke's clear, which overexposes Woxic to the player in CT spawn, and then it just kind of crumbles from there. So great, just like back-to-back Molotovs to delay things and allow yourselves to get comfortable in the retake. Tapson with that push through. Woxic would have never seen it coming, and then by the time the bong's being planted, you're already streaming out Catwalk. Perfectly played from Big.
So well done. And that puts a little bit of a cooldown on Eternal Fire. Now, they still have money to buy in this round, so maybe we'll see if they can make something off it, but they don't have a lot of runway left before Big just take over the game once again. Playing the same kind of setup, except with a 4th man out here. So last time it was 3 on long. This time it's actually 4 of them. Searson again getting picked off, though. And Tizian trying to come through, but they're ready for it. Eternal Fire, they almost got caught last time. They don't want to do it again. Tamsin, yeah. Even though you could have almost excused Eternal Fire if they just pulled the trigger and try to go for this bomb site. But they are still a little bit careful. Tamsin's going to eventually get taken down, and that'll be the round in favor of Eternal Fire. That's a lot of manpower for Big, and they still couldn't hold long.
Yeah, and I think that's always like the really concerning side for your CT side, when you can't hold long and you can't hold it when you're sending like 3-4 bodies at the problem as well, when you have such a massive amount of numbers there. If I'm Big, I think you have to just play a couple rounds. This is what, the second or third time now in this half that Eternal Fire's just been able to bust open your long defense with no real problems. If you're Big with this kind of a lead, maybe just don't mess with long for a little bit. Let them have it. Play for mid control, play for catwalk control, play for maybe upper dark control and aggression. But you obviously are not having a good time out towards long A at the moment.
Yeah, it feels like the safer choice, doesn't it? Some damage through the smoke, but ultimately this B bomb site is pretty much already lost for Big. So yeah, make sure that M4 doesn't go away and just try and do some more damage if you want to. X-Cloud is here, ready for Keto, no problem at all. So what a return. I mean, if you were only just joining the second half, if you didn't watch the first half or even the first map, you're going to be sort of tuning into a 13-8 scoreline with an Eternal Fire that's looking pretty hot right now. So I guess it could happen if we just ignore the context of how we got here.
Yeah, I think the problem is like the score is actually not too bad. Just looking at the top scoreboard, that's going to be 8-13 in terms of that. But I think the hard thing is just remembering that Big had like a 12-3 first half. That's what makes this feel like it's still insurmountable.
Yeah, well and truly.
But it's not. Especially if Eternal Fire keep playing like this. Searson with his AWP hasn't been able to get involved because some of these hits have been so successful so fast. 5-1 opening to the second half for Eternal Fire.
Yeah, what a switch around. And it's worth keeping in mind as well, every other round from here on out, more or less, it's going to be kind of out of money. So the road back is a little bit shorter than maybe it looks like at the moment. Running out long, Woxic with the AWP, ready to set up a fight. And again, Big R tripling down at this point to try and get it. Searson, oh, he feels robbed right now, no doubt about it. Good grenade, though. Emo actually kind of jumped down into that, funnily enough. And Tabson, ooh, falls off, but I don't know if no one has the help to really challenge him in the middle, so they might have heard that, but I don't think they could do anything about it.
Oh, Searson's probably the worst player to get aggressive here because they have no idea Emor's out. And he's never going to consider it. You can just see in the way he's aiming. He doesn't even think it's a possibility. Oh, he's going to be a free kill. He's going to be a free kill. Emor completes Xanter's damage from earlier and just slips back through the double doors. 5-on-4 for Eternal Fire.
Yeah, that's a rough way to lose another kill, especially after a successful defense to begin with. I mean, the tag already and then the damage onto Emor as well. Looked like they could have had a good start to the round right here. Tabson setting up for a couple of headshots, tapping away Crimbo, but he's not hitting anything. And Tabson, he goes down. This is so successful. 3 opening kills in favor of Eternal Fire. They're not worried at all. Calyx cruises in for another one, and that's a round done.
And they could never spring that setup. The one player in Goose, the player down on the ramp, they could never actually get that coordinated any real way. That fight you take from Goose to Catwalk is not the one you want from that position, right? You want them to be swinging a little bit closer along the wall before you really are getting into an engagement, but they just felt really, really uncomfortable and used all their flashbangs to try and activate that play. Okay, we've got a game on our hands. Eternal Fire closed the gap to just 4. And they are relentless. No way Keto keeps this AWP in hand. He's going to go down to xFloud. I cannot believe Eternal Fire is coming back into this.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself, and especially because one thing is Eternal Fire coming alive a little bit late in this game, but also seems like Big have kind of started to disappear a little bit, all on their own. Some of these fights, they just need to win 1 or 2 of them to at least stay in the round, but they got wiped out on this one. 13-9. We're back to pistols. Wow. Trying to get it out long, but the smoke kind of making that a bit of a tricky fight, although some good damage onto Calyx. It's something to work with. 13-9. Yeah, deep breath right now for Eternal Fire. There's no point in rushing this and throwing anything away. Just
remember as well, going back to Overpass, Anders, they lost a round like this to Big with Deagles. They had Big had one op in play as well, but it was mostly Deagles and P250s, and that was like the back-breaking round on Overpass. You cannot let that happen again here on Dust 2 when you're making this comeback.
No, that is definitely true. Gotta make sure that you don't give Big a window to win this map right here. Out in the middle, Santaris. Yeah, sees just a little bit enough. And with the Molotov on top, they're going to take down Searson and Crimbo alone inside of the bomb site. And they're coming from it at every angle. With a Deagle, there's not much who can be done here. Still plenty of time. Even if he landed that kill, he still eventually would have been found, no doubt. So, good stuff on Eternal Fire to keep their cool in this round.
This is scary. I think Big's going to have to take a timeout after this round. Next, the guns are going to come out again. They really need to talk things over. They're getting beat up all across the map.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Maybe a timeout would help them out just enough to get back into the swing of things here, because this is starting to get out of control. Let's see. No chance to pick up any rifles that I can tell right now, so not even going to be blessed with that at the end of it. Woxic taking care of stuff in the middle. He's at the 12 kills. Mostly it's Emor and Santaris. And Calyx actually starting to join in, so they got that nice trio that's working right now. Damn, they could actually pull off the whole comeback right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's crazy is it's within striking distance now. It's like they're 3 rounds away, and now we can finally start having that conversation of like, holy shit, this is actually doable. Timeout
Yeah.
called from Big, first of the map.
Well, now is the time for it. 13-10. I'm surprised. I'm definitely shocked. What was it, Citizen? What was he? 18-3, I think, and Keto was like 18-6 at some point, and now it's 22-13 for Keto, 19-11 for Citizen. So
I think Searson especially has cooled off in the second half. I think he's only got like 1 or 2 kills since the halftime break.
yeah, slow down. Maybe enough to make the difference here in this game. They've certainly let Eternal Fire emotionally back into the game, you can tell. Oh, Citizen, he sees it. Nice flick. Yeah, he didn't need a lot of information there. Crimbo, though, he's got some backup Keto in the window behind him. And they got Molotovs and smokes and everything else. This might be risky for Eternal Fire. They're going to try and make their way through, but a lot of defense on the other side. Imo, though, that opening makes a huge difference. Keto down inside of the bomb site. The flashbang didn't work against him. And you try to relocate behind that Molotov. And Searson is just charging in there. He's just running through the window with the AWP. 3 kills for him. 2 of them inside of the B bomb site trying to defend it. And that is that's a much needed round for Big. They took a long break here.
Yeah, and I mean, that's even with the, not a mistake, just maybe an unfortunate thing. Crimbo throws the Molotov behind the smoke, and as you can see right there, just gets stuck in front of the box. He was completely blinded, thought he was behind it, so that could have been dangerous. But Searson, because he took that aggressive stance in middle to find the pick on Xantares, he was there quickly for reinforcements. Walk 6 shot, tags Searson down to about half HP.
Trying again for a little bit of a long fight. Hard to blame Eternal Fire for this because they have been winning a lot of the battles out here at long, so why not try and see if you could do it again? That is an interesting smoke being thrown from the CT side. Oof. Searson caught. I wonder if Searson's peak right here is related to... Oh, they're trying to push on in. Walksick, though, he sees it coming. He's eventually going to get caught, but that is a nice 2-for-1 trade. He's going to be all right with that.
Yeah, but Big is really struggling to hold on to this round. Karimbo's up next. Look at the pair just creeping towards him. Off angle, on time for the jump up, and important trade. There goes Tapson at top mid as well to the Tech 9 of Emor. He's got the AWP as well, and it's just Keto. 23 kills, but an AWP in a 1v3. And he's got no information whatsoever.
Yeah, way across the map right here. So this is... That one round... They needed to build on it right away, and the fact that they haven't means almost immediately they're starting to break out into a little bit of sweat here, surely on the big side. Yeah, Eternal Fire realized one of the dangers in the round could be getting picked off from CT spawn, so making real sure they don't. Damn, 11-14. What a return.
I know. And Big just take like one step closer and then get kind of relegated back with another loss. The money is going to be a real big factor in these last few rounds because Big haven't been able to actually really stabilize it. Keto's going to have some money if he wants to drop a rifle over. I don't think that's going to be a whole lot of cash on the other players. They might have to either save or just do a half buy. But as long as Eternal Fire have this kind of advantage of constantly being able to put the economy on the breaking point for Big, it's going to be a really uncomfortable final stretch of this map for the CT side. Way too wide swing with the scope. He never saw Emor from the side. 3 rounds back, and with that AWP, there's certainly not going to be no buy. Not going to be any buy.
You know, I'm paraphrasing a little bit here, Jason, but I think you said something like there's no good food in Germany, and you just took all the momentum right away from Big. They couldn't handle that.
Is that what it was?
I think, yeah, that's right
It was
around
the
where the
cuisine.
change happened.
Yeah, they get all their power from the currywurst.
Yeah, exactly. And you've stolen it from them. So
It's
definitely not gonna be happy.
It's the pressure of being able to have access to ownership of the baklava that's really making them collapse.
It's too much on the line now. Yeah. Never mind.
They really want the baklava.
Who doesn't? Nice attempt to try and go for some kind of an upper dark crunch, but they got found out in the end. Keto and Crimbo. Yeah, and Eternal Fire doing what they should be doing here, right? Slowing it down. Don't know if they can control the rifles necessarily forever, but still, just don't don't get one deked at this point in time. And they've got Santeros checking out the bomb site, so he's going to be calling it in eventually, saying, you know what, it feels kind of clear out here. We'll be all right.
And if Big want to actually try and win this round, they almost have to work up the courage to make a play. I think they might have missed their window. You can see Keto's kind of considering it on the mini-map. He's close to double doors, so he's in a position to gather information. Freebie for Xanteres, just a little one tap, and there's the push from Keto a little bit late. 14 to 12.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say it again. This did not even seem close to possible. Was it 12-3 in the first half?
12-3 in the first half, and like a very convincing 12-3. Like Searson and Keto just had an unbelievable score lines on both of them. They were dominant. The first half was like Eternal Fire didn't even feel like they were in the server. And it's gone completely the other way now. Second timeout called for Big.
Yeah, need to pull something out right now. They've seemed really well prepared today, so I'm a little bit surprised if they can't find a way to break it. They were talking about 2 rounds here, right? That's all they need. A couple of rounds where they pull a little bit of a trick, some magic, and they're right back into the swing of things. They have some weapons finally. Well, we'll see. We've been saying it for a while. Just give up on that long fight. You don't even have to fight for long if you don't want to. You just, you know. It doesn't seem like it's worth it right now for them to stack up a lot of people out there because they keep losing it.
Well, they're gonna give it one last college try, and there's 4 defenders at long for Big. Xanteres leading the way. 1 player successfully crossed. This time it's looking good. Trade kill for Xfloud, but Woxic has found Crimbo in mid. That's the entire B half of the map eliminated. Eternal Fire has no idea, but there is not a single presence in mid or B until just now as the rotation is coming in. But you can see how panicked Big is to get back.
Yeah. Oh. They actually catch Woxic, and I'm pretty sure Woxic saw both of them running middle. When there's 3 people left, you kind of, yeah, Calyx is starting to make his way back out long, although Keto is out here hiding as well. What a confusing round. If you're Eternal Fire, you just got the information that there's 2 people on the B bomb side, or at least on the B side of the map, and you might be thinking, well, let's go and find the lone A player, even if it's going to be a second here. It makes sense, yeah. I think Emor is trying to sell it as well. Keto in a prime position to try and get his team to match point right here. Nice little peek attempt, but it's not enough. Stunning headshots coming through. Keto with a double. Out on long, and Emor's making a lot of noise running back through the middle. He's running out of time anyway, I think. So, Searson with that kill. That's kind of a confusing round in a lot of ways right there, but Big come out on top.
That's a huge round for the stand-in, tucking himself behind the doors. And finally, I mean, you even talk about he crossed over to pit as well. Finally, Big is able to hold on to long, and it nets them a win. Nets them up to 15. So this has really been a tough, labored half for Big. Eternal Fire's played really well, but they've got 3 chances to close it out. And at this point, I think they would just love the sigh of relief.
Yeah, just a chance to feel like maybe they can pull through. And I mean, if it goes into overtime, surely Big are going to feel devastated. From 12-3 into overtime, nobody's going to be enjoying that experience. Woxic looking down the middle. He's been gifted a couple of, I think, almost easy kills even against Searson a couple of times in there. So maybe trying his luck at that once again. Otherwise, a pretty common setup right here on the side of Big. Nothing too special to write home about. Double setup really far back in A, though. It kind of feels like they could either be out long helping if they wanted to, or they could be a little bit closer to catwalk. But they're far back on that A bomb site. Out on long, Tizian. If he falls, then especially this position right here, yeah, from Keto is going to be really weak. Oof. Nice little shot there from Woxic, and they're in trouble on this bomb site. Going to be swinging in, but Keto falling down the stairs is going to be able to get that kill. Now they're going to go back out the middle instead, and alone in the bomb site is Crimbo. He needs some backup right quick at the moment. 30 seconds left. Tabson jumping down, shooting through the smoke, but not hitting anyone. It's still all on Crimbo, and the backup is just not coming in time. They line up nearly for a double there, but he's not able to get the spray through, and Santeros will get the headshot, and they have to think about this one big. They don't have that much money in the bank. They got to be real scared, although they've hunt down Woxic, but 3-on-3 to go for the retake? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough decision to make, and I think they're just calling it off right out of the gates. They're saying we have 3 chances. The worst thing we can do is lose all of our money. They can drop weapons over. They've gotten up in Keto's hands and up in Tabson's hands, so Yeah, they're happy with kind of what they're going to get away with in this round, but that's a huge win for Eternal Fire. Crimbo even had a chance to actually win that. He had a double kill lined up in the doors. He took a big risk of not even considering Upper Dark. Almost rewarded.
Damn. I mean,
dude, it's cool at least, at the very least, seeing this kind of a fight out of Eternal Fire. Like, when you go down 12-3, that's kind of like, you know, that there's you have the chances and no one would necessarily like blame you if that just kind of slips away and you just kind of end up losing like 16-7 or something like that. But what a comeback from Eternal Fire throughout this map to keep fighting.
yeah, it's good. I mean, we didn't. I don't think we saw any of this throughout a lot of. I mean, we saw a lot of mistakes in the first map, right? But we didn't see this kind of a follow through on some of these rounds. So it's nice to see. All right, 13-15. And moving into the 29th round, we're going to see more of a quick hit here.
Rush.
Flash is set up there. Yep, but AWP on the other side. Kido could have been a 2-for-1, but now his time is simply up. Emo hunts him down. You get maybe 1 or 2 shots off in that kind of a rush situation. Oh, it's a good little tag, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. What a call. And it's the perfect kind of setup for it from Eternal Fire's point of view. They just one man defending B.
Well, and I mean, that's a call that they obviously just kind of called based off of the success they've had out towards long. Remember in the previous round when they went long, there were 4 players at the A bomb site. And I mean, at a certain point, you're going to catch on to that. So Eternal Fire's just like, we've trained you guys to be afraid of long A, to be afraid of our fast long A takes. We know you're going to have at least 3 bodies there. Switch it up to the other side of the map and the risk pays off, especially the switch into the double up setup. Kido had no chance after missing the first shot.
Damn. This actually could go to overtime. I feel like in the big camp, there's gonna be it's gonna be hard to sort of get the energy back flowing once you go into overtime from a 12-3 scoreline. That's gonna feel like, all right, we should have already won this. What are we doing here?
Well, the crazy thing too is if you even go back to earlier in this event when they actually beat FaZe on Dust 2, it was a 16-14 victory. But they were down 7-14 on the CT side and rattled off like 9 rounds in a row to close out the map and take the victory. And here on the CT side, struggling. They can't handle what Eternal Fire is bringing to the table. So what a weird turnaround that's turning out to be.
Yeah, you see a lot of silent reflection happening there in the big camp. They're starting to feel the pressure, no doubt. Oh man. 14-15, 30th round coming up. Just look at Kido and Searson top fragging on their side and not even really getting, almost getting caught by Emor at this point in time on the other side. But most of those kills are a legacy from the first half, right?
Yeah, I think Searson ended the first half with what, like 18 kills or something like that, like right around there, give or take 1 or 2. Kido as well was like right up there at 18, 19. So certainly have cooled off. But I you know, it's one thing. I mean, you can look at it from the perspective that they cooled off, but also this has been a great T side from Eternal Fire, hard to deal with.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, almost everything's been working for them, right? The calls to put pressure on B, but those long takes as well from the T side. Yeah, it's all been pretty good. Let's see. A little bit close up the middle is Kido, hoping to catch anyone who is going to get reckless in there. If they try to make the jump up without the smoke, maybe catch 1 or 2 of them. But otherwise, more of a standard setup here for Big once again. Walkstig is ready if anybody wanted to challenge that down the middle. Leaving themselves maybe open for another B split, depending on... Well, yeah, it's Searson who's up on the catwalk. The problem is if he drops down and gets smoked off in CT spawn, that AWP is going to be really hard to put to use.
Again, just like the lean for Big towards long A. I think there's a smoke that's just gone down in cave. I almost have to feel like one of them has got to back away, but a smoke towards the corner is going to keep them honest. Nice pressure from Xantares, forces out an early Molotov. 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, and that's starting to become a little bit of an issue too. I'm getting
a D-split.
Yeah, it probably will be, but I'm worried about that time. Now, the bomb is making its way into Upper Dark, so maybe they will be all right. There is a Molotov still left on Kido. If he could find the right timing for it and throw it down, maybe he could slow this whole thing down. 23 seconds, yeah, he's thinking the same thing, tosses it deep in there, and they can't really do much. They have a smoke to put it out. Yep, they're going to use it. They need to go right now. That's a smart move from Emo, but spinning around is Keto, and he gets one more kill. 10 seconds now on the clock in a 4 versus 3. They tried to make the jump past, and they're going to be successful. That's the bomb plant that they needed, and Woxic holding the angle right here. Big. They just need a couple of kills, and maybe they could make it. Ducking down to avoid it. Woxic, he's back in action, and the flashes, they're not doing enough right here. I think they've maybe locked this overtime in. They're in a good position right here. 3 on 3 for the after plant. They don't have any more grenades either, really, on that Eternal Fire side, but Calyx comes in with a kill, and now it's a 2 on 2. Searson and Crimbo. They don't have that much health left. They've got to be real careful here. Good headshot from xFlower to take one of them down, and Crimbo shot in the back by Woxic, and it's overtime in spite of what looked like a good defense there. What a shock to Big.
Yeah, that is, oh my lord, how do you recover from that one if you're Big? What an incredible comeback. 12-3 halves on the T side for both teams. This one hurts, you're right. They secured middle. They even got one extra kill from Keto back towards the B bomb site, but no utility to get back into this. No one watching for the Molotov run out of the car, and some small miscues throughout this half. I mean, like some small miscues in this retake, but most of it was just the punishing fact that Big just could never hold on to long. And CT sides on Dust 2 never feel comfortable if you cannot win the long battle.
What a turn of events. Well, that's that should be a wake-up call to Big, no doubt, but you wonder if they aren't going to feel probably even more deflated at this point in time. And certainly Eternal Fire are going to be, they're going to be super hyped up about what's happening here.
I think the one nice thing you can say for Big, like the one kind of silver lining you got to hold on to is, you know, towards the end of that second half, a lot of the economic issues they were going through just disappear. 16K start money in overtime. But they're going to have to deal with the same weaknesses and issues in their defensive setups.
Oh, I like this. Searson. It looked like he had the opportunity. I don't think they were ready for that one. That would have been fun to see, but he's going to give it up. And you're right. There is that money to consider, so maybe it'll make the difference.
Late long take.
Yeah, they were thinking about it. Slowed down slightly by the smoke, but they get the boost up.
Boost on boost.
Yeah. Which boost is going to come out on top? Ooh, Calyx is going to give it up early. Flashing himself almost into the fight. That actually looked like it could have worked.
Did he spot that? Oh no, he wasn't ready for the boost. Good shot from Tizian. Quick dink, quick cleanup. Over to Catwalk we go. Mid double door is going to be smoked off by Big's defense. It's Tapson to have contact, and that Santerre's trying to slide out a little bit wide. Now the reinforcements are called in. Now Searson has the angle.
That is a monstrous nade on Woxic and xFlower as well, so they're very low on health when the fight even begins. No bomb plant happening just yet. Emo really wanted it. Nice little spam for the smoke. He's even going to do more damage. They're in a lot of trouble right here. Tapson, no problem to get that kill on Woxic, and it's going to be a 2 versus 4 when the dust settles. No bomb plant happening just yet, although sneaking out in middle. xFlower able to get the kill. That could maybe change things just a bit. Should be a chance for a bomb plant right now at a minimum. Wait a minute. No way.
Oh my lord, this is weird. Keto, oh, he cannot manage it. He knew what was coming. He knew where the second player was as well. Oh dear, they found an opening towards the B bomb site. Eternal Fire yet again have found the solution. 2-on-2 plant.
Oh man, there's no way he jumped down, and I actually thought even in the middle there they were going to fight. They were going to at least lose one to the AWP. Nice headshot from Tizian and leaves it all on the Emo. 1 versus 2. And you're right, they have the money. They don't have to worry about that. They even have a Molotov on Tizzy, and if they knew where Emo was, they could probably put him out of the round almost immediately. Obviously, if they kit as well, there's the Molotov into the corner. One position, they don't have to check, but he's still up in the upper dark position. Gonna get one of them, comes running back, and he gets a flick on Tizzy, and that is one hell of a round for Emo. A quad kill and a 1 versus 2 clutch at the end.
I cannot believe they found a way out of that round. I cannot believe they found the solution to that problem. It was 16-15. That is some incredible stuff. Especially starting out 4-on-5, 3-on-5, in fact, after Tapson gets that kill and everything just goes the way of Eternal Fire. Actually, excuse me, a 2-on-5 win for Emor and xFlower. What a great lurk out mid for xFlower. A great drop down from Emor. I don't even know if that was like the most high percentage, the best play that could have been made, but they make it work.
Yeah, I mean, that seems super, super risky when you see it in the moment. Not a lot has to go wrong, especially with the time that's left. But to make that jump down, it's obviously making a lot of noise as well when you get that kind of a jump. But It worked in the end. They're up 16-15 in overtime, so I guess just absolutely anything can happen at this point in time. Searson ready, hoping for someone to put up a little bit of a hinge smoke there, but not seeing it just yet on the other side. I'm so shocked. I'm actually so shocked. Big have just forgot how to play.
Yeah, this is crazy. Well, I mean, look, we'll bring it up now because it didn't seem like we were going to have to with the way things were going, but third map would be Nuke to decide the series. Eternal Fire just need to complete the comeback. A 5-on-4 advantage provided by Woxic. That's Searson to go down. Keto waiting for the jump up.
Yeah, he's got the right idea. Tabson, did he get spotted? I'm not sure. Nope, he definitely didn't. No backup in the middle. Gonna be one of the kills there. Keto in for a little bit of a trade in. It's a 3-on-3, but clear path for them to run. Tizian down by the car, flashes in there, and they spotted him out. Yep, they're gonna try and pepper the windows to try and get rid of him. Up from long, Calyx will take him down. Nice read on the side of Eternal Fire there. The Molotov, not even going to spread far enough, so bomb plant in full effect.
That one flashbang that catches Tizian is so brutal. Crimbo's got a flash as well to send Keto out into the open to go for some fights, but oh my lord, 2-on-3. It's doable. They need something stunning right out of the gate. They need a quick kill here to make this possible, and Eternal Fire is playing this so smart, so patiently, nobody overextending, luring them closer into the trap, and Calyx gets that frag. Crimbo's gonna have to back away with the op.
So smart, you're absolutely right. There's a couple of peaks there for a little bit of information, but no real fight happening after the fact. Just such a better idea to just leave it alone and let the bomb do its work instead. Eternal Fire now 17-15.
I cannot believe this. Oh my lord, so incredible.
Yeah, it's truly ridiculous, right? Again, just to not to stomp too much on them, but this is 12-3 turned into a 17-15 scoreline. That's pretty rough. Not having the best day, Big, all of a sudden. Down the middle, let's see. Oh, he is so quick, Woxic.
That was even a double peek. That was even Searson was at the low angle and couldn't get it done. But over towards Catwalk, Tabson finds the equalizer. God, does Big need this one round?
Yeah, that's what we're thinking now. It's like now they just have to hold on, get around to stay in this map, or they could get wiped out. Eternal Fire worried about any kind of aggression that might be coming their way. Not seeing it just yet. Crimbo did take a peek into Upper Dark, but he decides against it. He does have Searson down there. They actually have a lot of mid, almost tilted towards some sort of a B push thing happening here. So if Crimbo can get that smoke off, if he just gets taken straight down, this is pretty good defense. Should be.
Yeah, as long as Searson doesn't overextend and try and make his way up the stairs. Gonna hold the off angle. Emor walks right into it. Another smoke gonna go. Searson's like really casual about all this though.
I know.
A lot more pressure coming towards him. Oh, and he gets prepared in time. Does eventually fall to Xfloud. But he's done the damage, he's done the work. It's a 2-on-3.
Oh man, might not be done yet. A little bit of a nade out. Centeris is ready with a headshot to take down Tabson. I don't know what's happening. These rounds look like Big have them, and then they're just so slippery somehow.
This is actually such a sick reposition as well from Xanteris. Now they're going to be able to split towards the A bomb site. How do you play this if you're Tizian?
Yep, you have to hit the shot right away, and the spray will work out for him. But yeah, I mean, he could have just as well gone down. HE right on top of Tizian will take a lot of damage off, and Xfloud jumping down, ready to catch him. He's going to get shot in the back, surely. Wait, he had his knife out. Oh, no. Oh, surely not. 5 seconds here. There's nothing he can do. He has to keep holding it. The bomb has been planted. No. There's no way. Xfloud's on his own. 1 versus 2 out in the open. He's had every single chance to get killed already. And finally, Big will win around. But this says something about the kind of chaos that's been happening, I guess, in overtime and in the regulation as well. That is absolute madness.
That's so weird. What an odd situation to be in. I like the play from Xfloud as well. The nade and the drop down. If the nade gets that kill, it forces the flanking player into a play that he doesn't probably want to make at that pace, and Xfloud might actually catch him off guard. So I think that's actually a well-constructed 1v2 for Xfloud. Just unfortunately does not get the kill with a nade. Otherwise, I think he might have just straight up won that. 17-16, Big just barely staying alive.
I swear it looked for a minute to me like in Lower Dark with Searson, it looked like he was turning with his arrow keys at one point. So like, Like he didn't even care. He was like, I'm just messing around, you know. Well, they should start to take this real serious here. 17-16, Eternal Fire, 2 rounds away from truly shocking the world here with a win against Big from a very hard deficit. So it's possible, but I don't know. It shouldn't be. It feels like it should have already been Big winning 20 minutes ago. Let's see. All right, Searson ready, looking down middle in case anyone was going to try and challenge him. Doesn't seem like that's happening at the moment. And a pretty standard setup here for the Eternal Fire side. 2 out long, 2 and B, and Santaris holding the middle for any kind of a split. All right. Oh, wait a
Here's
minute.
that setup again. We saw this in regulation a couple times, but Big never really triggered it in any meaningful way. I think it looks like they have the bodies to actually make a play towards this B bomb site, so Emor and XFOD going to get their chance.
Searson, he's ready. Oh, his teammate steps in front and he shoots him in the back instead, and now they're going to back on out. Crimbo's dead. Oh, this is a bit of a nightmare. 4 versus 5. They look like they had that dead on, and somehow it blows up in their faces.
Oh dear, that's a horrible way for that to go. A horrible way. Up towards Catwalk, 4 on 5.
Look at the time as well. 20 seconds for this run right here, and they're basically all grouped up. One good nade could shut this all down. 15 seconds now on the clock, but they're starting to put in some counter nades at the very least. And Santaris swings out for a huge double kill before they finally take him down with a flashbang. It's actually Searson getting that assist, so I don't know. It looked like a little bit of a team flash, and this is crumbling and falling apart on the side of Big. Running out of time here, and it's going to be 18 on the side of Eternal Fire. They're 1 round away from stealing this in overtime.
Absolute insanity. What a collapse. Remember, Big has only gotten 4 rounds from the point the second half began. It was 12-3. Second half and overtime. They've had such little success.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is... I feel if you feel a little bit speechless. Eternal Fire,
Yeah.
They look like they were gone.
It's been a long time, like, since we've seen like a comeback of like, I feel like of this much disparity. 12-3 at halftime. You don't see many teams recover from that.
Yeah, and yet here we are, out on long.
Yeah, here
hill.
we are.
Yeah, we're getting a chance now. Oh, they nearly line up for it. There's more people out there. Calyx and Emor still alive. The Molotov though will burn him at the end. He had the smoke ready. I think he was trying to get out, but a lot to negotiate on that side. They still come up with a man lead. 2-3 now, and Searson's taking a lot of damage. This is looking real good. A couple of more kills, and they take the overtime and put us onto nuke, and it's looking beautiful right now. Searson goes down, and Crimbo is on his own. What a shocking match this is.
I have no idea what to say about this one. Crimbo 1v3. He's got 50 seconds to play with. At least he has got the bomb at his back as well, but the defense is just positioned so well.
Yeah, there's not much to do right here.
And they're just saying, if you want to go to the A bomb site, like, you can have it. We'll just retake it in a 3v1. But out mid, they have this covered so well. One player from CT Spawn, Woxic, is going to be here for the response, and he's not even needed. 19-16, Eternal Fire, complete a miraculous comeback.
Wow, that is so ridiculous. They basically got to the finish line right away, and I don't know, they took a break. They started to dance, showing up for the cameras a little bit, maybe, you know, enjoying their victory before it was even really done. And then by the time they turned